Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brent Pesha with Sinclair Tractor. Here today to talk about some of the model year 21 sprayer enhancements that John Deere's provided us. Also along that, a couple other things with the ExactApply system as to how it pertains to us here in Southeast Iowa and the efficiencies that we can be gained from that. Having that on either our customer-owned machines or on an ASP slash co-op provided machine that runs in your area. So with the model year 21 updates, one of the big updates that John Deere has come out with now is what they call the new command drive powertrain system. This is going to be similar to that of what your IVT transmissions would be like in your 7Rs, 8Rs tractors. So it has a load sensing factor in it that is not as much power as being needed or displaced by the engine. It'll obviously bring down your engine RPMs, bring down your cab noise, quieter operating conditions. They say somewhere between 3 to 5 decibels in the cab can be reduced by using this command drive system or command drive powertrain system. So with that also, not only with the increased fuel efficiency because of your engine running at lower RPMs, things like that, it's also going to include more displacement with the wheel motors. So with that being said, before the sprayers used to work in tandem with one another. As one wheel motor spins, they would displace more oil to just the other one beside it or across from it. Now instead it'll actually displace that oil to all 3 wheel motors to the one that is not spinning or is spinning, hopefully try and gain you better traction if you come into a wet hole or something like that, and get you hopefully out of that sticky situation, or provide more power, say you get on a side hill slope or something like that, to get you out of that terrain where necessary. So that's really the biggest advantage for the model year 20 as they're coming out on. That's new command drive is going to be available on any of the R series, so 4030 all the way up to the R4060s. It will come in the base, but you can, I believe, go back to standard drivetrain system as well. But it will be available in base for the new machines for model year 21. If you haven't had a chance to demo it yet, I highly recommend it. It is something that a lot of people are commenting on for the ones that we have had out in the field. A lot of operators really do like the new system and are really commenting on how much it's quieted down the machine and how much more power it seems to have because of the oil displacement and things of how the system actually truly operates. So next thing we move into is obviously the ExactApply system. What I'm holding here is one of the ExactApply nozzle bodies. ExactApply isn't exactly new for model year 21. It's been out for, I believe, about 3 years now, 4 years potentially. But what it actually is, for those of you that don't know, is individual nozzle control. Now what this gives us is, instead of having the old 8 to 11 section or 8 to 11 foot boom sections, it offers us now the actual ability to control those nozzles, or control a single nozzle either on a 15-inch spacing boom or a 20-inch spacing boom down to the exact nozzle. So no more overlap with that potentially 8 to 11 foot boom section. This just pinpoints it down to this single exact one. Now what does that mean in terms of savings? Obviously there's some big savings there that can be made. There's not so much overspray. Another couple things that will be noticed or recognized is won't be potentially as much crop damage when you have those areas in the field because of that overlap. So with the ExactApply also, a lot of operators are noticing a big gain in efficiencies. One of those biggest gains is for those for either the customer or for the ASPs that have ag service providers that have field boundaries or borders in place that they then share and use on those machines. For those operators in those ExactApply machines are actually able to then drive straight through like your waterways and stuff, and that's individual nozzle control or individual nozzle section control. It'll actually shut off more precise won't kill out certain sections of your waterways as before. And also with that, they don't have to no longer trace around your waterways. So as being able to draw, or being able to drive straight through like the way that you had planted the field, means obviously bigger gains in terms of the amount of acres that can get covered in a day, because you're not having to single out drive around those waterways and single out how those waterways are being mapped out. When you're able to just drive straight through them, it obviously will speed you up, gaining more productivity throughout the day. John Deere is estimating right now that operators are seeing somewhere between a 20 acre an hour boost by using the ExactApply system and having those field boundaries being mapped out. We know from experience talking with a couple of our larger ag service providers that have ExactApply machines. One in particular talked about how on a normal sprayer, conventional type sprayer, it would take them somewhere between 6 to 6.5 hours to spray a field, spray a certain field. They went out this spring, field boundaried the field with RTK, came in for post-emergence, sprayed it, and the field only took them 4.5 hours to spray. So I mean, you're talking obviously somewhere around a couple hundred acre an hour efficiency gained by having this ExactApply nozzle technology on your machines and utilizing it. Now, not only with the ExactApply nozzle body also offers up a couple things. 6 nozzle bodies here that we can have 6 different nozzle types on. So you can have anything from your air induction nozzles all the way up to your high flows for fertilizer applications early on in the spring. Then also with that, we're able to do a couple different things with these boom configurations, or these ExactApply nozzle body turrets also. We're able to do what they call conventional spraying, would just be your speed and pressure. You'll also then be able to set a desired pressure and maintain that pressure. So say running your air induction nozzles for your low drifts, so for your dicambas, your 2,4-D solutions, things like that, we're able to just set that minimum 30 to 40 pound pressure that the boom needs, but you're able to increase your speeds over that, because before, if you got over certain speeds, you obviously had spikes in pressure. Now you're able to just maintain that pressure in the boom, but still maintain your rate also at a higher level of speed. So again, that's another thing, or another advantage over what the ExactApply system provides for customers. Again, potentially less crop damage and more on-site contact versus off-site contact or off-site drift movement. Another one of the things of ExactApply is the pulsing system. So ExactApply is the only system on the market that can pulse at a 15 hertz rating, or 15 hertz per second, or 30 hertz per second, depending on how you want to configure the nozzle body. With that pulsing, it allows you to allows with drift reduction, things like that, and then different things along those different things also can be combined with the pulsing side of the nozzle bodies, and depending on your nozzle selections for that. Another one of the advantages that they have is what they call auto AB, whereas, like I said before, where we can pick and choose where we need to just maintain a certain pressure in our boom or at our nozzle bodies that the nozzle is providing. That auto AB is able to keep the rate constant by your fluctuations in speed. So if it needs to open up a second nozzle on the backside here within line with what we have, it's able to do that to maintain your rate, but also maintain and keep that pressure where we need it. One of the other things that the ExactApply nozzle body has or offers also is turn compensation. So if you think about a lot of our fields here in southeast Iowa, we don't have too many fields that are just flat and square like that of northwest Iowa. We've got a lot of curves, a lot of hills, a lot of things that we've got to work around as we're farming in those areas. That ExactApply nozzle body system is able to recognize that as the outside boom, or as your inside boom is slowing way down, if you have a 120-foot boom and your outside side boom is speeding way up to try and compensate for that. It'll apply the right amount of product. Not only will it slow this nozzle over here on the inside way down, but it'll also help speed this one way up to get that right rate out on the end, but slow down and keep the right amount of rate on the inside. Again, just another crop care, another crop savings that can be had or demonstrated from having the ExactApply system on your machines. Another one of the things about ExactApply is also it's retrofittable. So it's again one of these performance upgrade kits that we can offer to any of the R series sprayers, going back to the earliest R series that had the 2630 displays in them, all the way up to the current R series sprayers. If you didn't order that on a new one and would like to make the decision to change and go up to an R or go up to the ExactApply, we can. John Deere has those kits available that we can retrofit you back to. Just call and talk to one of us here at any of our locations and we can give you a price on what that would be. In conclusion, contact us or contact Sinclair Tractor if you have any questions about sprayer needs or ExactApply needs. We've got more than qualified personnel that can walk you through this. Myself, a couple other people, and some of our sprayer techs can help you get through what ExactApply truly is. If you need a demo of it, we can provide that also. If you just like to see what the ExactApply is really all about and what it can provide for your machine, we're also willing to do that. And then we're also, this fall, we're offering some programs and incentives on sprayer inspections and winterizations that we'll be coming out with. So have questions, again, contact us at Sinclair Tractor and we'll help you out in any way you need. Thank you.